Welcome, Scorpio. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your full moon in Libra meditation. The full moon in Libra happened a few days ago. It is just ahead of another new moon in Aries and a solar eclipse, not visible in the US. But it's also Venus moving into Gemini is going to be trining Pluto in early Aquarius as well. So this is helping us to understand how we best can value who we are and pursue the things that we truly desire. The energy for Scorpio is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords has you retouching down on episodes, the way that people communicate with you that feels undermining, that feels as though it in many ways is disrespectful. It can be that you are recognizing that the people who are surrounding you may be fearful of the changes that you're making in your life. It is not because they're bad people. It's only because they fear the potential of losing you as you are growing and looking to new opportunities and new horizons. You are understanding better that the unkind words, the negative feedback, the criticism that you may have received, the dismissal of your effort or lack of credit that you're receiving is really more about these individuals. It is not something that you are capable now of internalizing in ways that you may have done so in the past. You're really looking to change the way that you talk to yourself and talk to others about who you are and what you're capable of doing. You are in a position to negotiate quite possibly by simply listening and hearing out these people for what they're truly saying and your ability to be curious about the communications they share with you, the feedback they give with you, to honestly inquire about what may be underneath that. You're actually in a position to have these people become allies. These are not necessarily enemies, but they're people who unwittingly or even wittingly are sabotaging your efforts, fearful that your changes may be some kind of an indictment of who they are. And you're able actually to be curious about that and take the information that they're giving you when you understand correctly what that information is. In the past, we have the Star, the Three of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. As you really look at the patterns of your behavior that you may have been projected as betrayal, heartache, disappointment, failure particularly, depending on where you are in life, understanding that this is a part of a pattern that you can now take responsibility for. The way that you may have been expected to conform to a particular role or obligation, particularly at work, in your family, in your relationships, you're now recognizing that that has been more exhausting than productive for you. You have not attended necessarily to your own desires and needs simply because your responsibility for caretaking others seemed to preclude your attention to your own needs and your own desires. You are dropping the need to conform to those expectations so that you are actually realizing the work you've done, the rewards you've done, the efforts you've made have led to your ability to take a different road, to drop this particular way of working, of caretaking, of assuming responsibilities for others, and really release this sense of physical as well as emotional exhaustion that this has created. And while you have done that, as you've recognized that this in fact was not serving your needs, your healing, your vision has begun to grow as you've begun to separate yourself, objectify, detach yourself from these experiences of remorse, regret, disappointment. You've really allowed yourself to receive the information from others, to receive the caretaking, the attention, the resources of those who do support you in a way that has begun to help you unfold your own vision. Your vision is unfolding in a way directly in proportion to your ability to release the past, release the stories you've told yourself about who you are and what you're doing, what you're capable of doing. In the present, we have the Five of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Moon card. Yes, there are a lot of changes you are making in your life. There is a lot of opportunity for you to work with others to make those changes, to consciously agree to solve problems together. This can be collectively social problems, work problems, environmental issues. It can also be your desire to change the way that you do things, change the way that you think about things, as well as the way you're talking to yourself and to others. This is particularly rich for those of you that are writers, recorders, documenters, to really look at and evaluate the kind of records you're keeping, documents you're making, and that perhaps the ability to pray, to meditate, and to log your dreams, your visions, your stories, however you're journaling or writing, is a source of powerful information to you, for you. It's also really about your relationship to yourself. And this can be out picturing in your relationships. There may be a significant connection. It can be between you and a mate, a spouse, a child, a friend, a relative, that is really central to measuring, seeing the growth that you've made in this regard. Your ability to let others in, as well as serve, meet the needs of others, pursue your desires in your relationships. You are desiring a fuller and more expansive relationship, a more heartfelt relationship, a more vulnerable relationship with significant others in your life. And this is reflecting this relationship you're building with yourself. In the future, we have the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. It's so interesting how you are not only working on your self-improvement, your self-development, your growth, but you're also making your story available to more and more of your relationships. You are investing in the support that you are able to give to others and that others give to you through this ability to be curious, to investigate, to listen to and understand the relevance of the truths of others to your own story. So you are now tapping into the desire for all significant members in your life to find significance, to find value, to perfect expertise, to become good at something that gives you an opportunity to give back. Your storytelling, your ability to listen and understand the needs underneath the words, the desires underneath the story that's being told is something that you're able to reflect back and offer support to others. So you have never neglected the improvement of your own environment, the improvement of your own life over your ability to support others. But there is a dynamic shift occurring in the way that you do that. And this is continuing to build your desire to express this in words, facilitating conversations, dialogues, discussions, discourse around these ideas, this change, relationship that changes the vision that you see that is available to you, the vision that you continue to mine and continues to validate your unique place in the world, your unique ability to make connections in the world. I'm going to clarify the Two of Cups in the present with the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Both of these cards really speak to your independence. They speak to your material independence, your ability to be financially solvent, abundant on your own terms, to be stable, to be safe. And this is particularly important to you, Scorpio, now and on behalf of the work that you are doing to express yourself in a way that comes from this very phenomenal core of who you are. You can be drawing upon histories, ancestries, lineage, world history, cultural traditions in a way that you are able to integrate not only in your expression but in your experience of the material world. What gives you comfort, how you find comfort in ritual, in your ability to be comfortable and safe in your space. And this is so important as a container to your creative experience. I am hoping that this is resonating for you, Scorpio. If so, please like and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I appreciate all the love and support I get from you, Scorpio. I pulled acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. I look forward to seeing you. Until next time, Namaste.